Some people have the philosophy that everything that you are pretty much always wrong. Any thought that you have of being a team, you're really not. You're not a team. There's only one winner here, and that's going to be Laura. At all costs, it doesn't matter, because everything's a competition for her. And there has to be a winner, and that's going to be her. The philosophy that she carries fuels a relentless need to prove that you're wrong about absolutely everything. You breathe up, it doesn't matter. You're wrong. Just get that. Everybody's wrong. What is the issue? Well, the issue right now is the CPS call. Now, I know this woman seems to think that she's above reproach in her motherhood skills. Now, if you took a sample of motherhood-ish, whatever you want to call it, a lot of people have a lot of philosophies on, spare the rod, spare the child. Hit, don't hit, spanked, not hit, but spank. Don't spank. Now, I have 4 children, and this is my own philosophy, is I never demean them. I never swore at them. They never hear me swear, actually. Unless I'm extremely mad, I suppose. I have swore. I do swear. But she misses the fact that what was listed on the DHS was actually shown on her show. That's the part she's missing. And she totally does not understand that the information that's being put out is being put out by herself. I don't watch the other channels because I can never find them, actually. Like, I watch Diane and Wendy, and I watch everybody that I can see, but they all have different names, so I don't really understand who they all are over there yet. But Laura, she actually admits that she did holler at her daughter, told her to F off, by saying, this is how it happened, this is the context of it happened. Well, it was in private, yes, it was in private, but that doesn't take away the issue that you said it. So that's true, right? You said it. You even said you said it. Okay? So that makes it true. That's a true statement. Even though you'll say, no, it's not a true statement, but you just said it. So anyway, so that's where she gets you into catch-22. She just bombards you. She didn't say, well, yeah, you did. Out of context. Well, no. That's the way you said it. Okay. As far as the baseball bat thing goes, you told a story, I think it was yesterday. Okay, the story about the baseball bat. I've heard your children fight. I have sons, they fight. But again, you told a story about the boys being upset and your daughter being upset because of the youngest one might lie and tell stories, because that's what he does, he lies about his brothers, and that's why your daughter was upset. He said they thought that he would embellish the truth and make it sound worse than it was. And then you said, well, it does get pretty bad, but boys will be boys. So you pretty much alluded to the fact that it really did happen. Maybe not in the exact words, but they obviously get out of control and pick on their brother. And obviously they must have hurt him at some point. That's what you just told us yesterday in this little story that you told us. So I find most of the information that you give us, you're giving it yourself. Whether you want to believe that you are or not. And the stories that are coming out about you, that came out on the DHS list, I mean, I saw for myself the hickey and you calling her a slut. Like, who does that? So that's another true statement. So you're 99% of the untruths of your statements. That's two there that are up there. What was the other one? That you left them for a couple days? Well, you sort of did when you packed up your stuff and went chasing down a case, going to church, drinking and driving on the way home. And you were swerving. Yes, you were. But that's a lie too, right? Nobody saw you swerve. Nobody heard you slur your words. That's all a lie, right? That's a lie. So that's another truth. I'm sorry, but that's a truth. So you can't argue with that one. So that's another one that's on the list that's actually a truth. Regardless of where it came from, it's still a truth. You said yourself, it's a truth. So it's a truth. What was another one? Oh my God. There was another one. And that you disregard the kids. Well, we all see you do that, so you do disregard the kids because you're online telling them to go away. So that's a true statement. You can't argue with that. If people can't see that's what you're doing, then there's nothing you can say to those people, because I realize they're teenagers, they don't need you as much as they do, but they still need you as a person in the house. Not maybe. The language alone, the topics of the disgusting things that you say are being said loud enough, screaming into a screen, in a closet with your children or outside the room, because we can hear them, so they can hear you there, sweetheart. Yeah, that's real nice. That's the way a mother should be. So that's probably another statement that was in that DHS statement, about the swearing and all that stuff. You don't seem to think that it affects people, but it puts off a negative vibe. So when you get yourself, like you say, you're really mad. But you've been really mad for a really long time, so it's kind of hard to feel sorry for somebody that's mad every day. So you've been screaming in your closet for pretty much 6 months now, and your children are listening, and enough said on that. Like,